What is up? It is your boy Kingston Knight and
Miss Rosario.
You know how we do. You're listening to Blackout every Wednesday from 9 to 11, coming at you from Arlington, Texas, Fishbowl Radio Networks and the Blue Bowl. You know we gotta represent. Tonight we got Mr. Drastic up in the building.
Woo! Woo!
What's good? What's good? What's good?
What's up, man? All right, so let's just get into you real quick. Introduce yourself, introduce what you do, and then we'll get straight into your interview. Start having people know who you are.
Man, I mean, like you said, man, I'm Drastic. You know, people know me as D. It just depends on where you know me from. You know, that determine how you know me.
Yeah.
But I mean, I pretty much tell stories on the mic. You know, all true stories every time.
Yeah, I got you. Oh yeah, the co-host over here just telling you.
I got
stay
you.
on the mic. Just we want everybody to hear you.
Already.
So let me see. What started you in rap or in music?
Well, I pretty much grew up around music. You know, my dad's been playing the guitar since he was, you know, my age. My age, since he was a little boy. My mom sung. You know, my cousins and my aunts and uncles played organs and keyboards and drums. So I grew up and I taught myself how to play the keyboard and taught myself how to play the drums. And writing just came kind of natural for me because I always had something to express.
Yeah.
So what is music to you? What is to you? I know it has a lot to do with family, but what else?
Music is life, point blank, period. If I ain't lived it, I ain't talking about it. You know, and if I don't plan on living it, I ain't talking about it. So I mean, music is life. I give everybody a window to my soul.
I got you. And so since music is life, you plan on, you know, continuing with this.
Oh, all
forever,
day,
right?
all day. And then when I'm done, I plan on helping somebody else do this same exact thing.
There we go. Share the music, huh?
Yes, ma'am. You got it.
All right. So what songs are you in the works with right now? What songs are you doing, and what songs have you released and stuff?
Man, I'm currently pushing my my single called "We From Texas." You know, I did a little bit with my past single, "Camera Phone." I've been selling ringtones out of that, and you know, just some downloads on it. But right now, I'm currently pushing a remake of "We From Texas." I actually recorded the original back in '06, shot the video for it. It got some airplay on TV, you know, some radio stations. But I started talking to a couple of the major labels, and they wanted me to do a remake of it. So I went back in the lab, and you know, this is what I do, so it was pretty much natural. And this is where I'm from, Texas, so it was nothing to me.
Pride, huh?
Yes, ma'am. You got it. You got it.
I got you. So the name of your album is The Black Diamond.
Right, The Black Diamond.
And how did that name come about?
Oh man, like they say, you know, pressure bust pipes or pressure make diamonds. It just depends on how you deal with the situation. But I'm strong. I always been strong. I was raised like that. So I was buried as a piece of coal when I came out. They found me as a diamond, the Black Diamond. That's what I am.
All right. So since we're talking about names, I loved it. I heard Drastic on the show. I was like, Drastic? I love your name. What is Drastic? Who is Drastic?
The definition of drastic is extreme. I mean, I was always told if you're going to do it big. So, I mean, if I'm not going to do it big, I ain't going to do it at all. Be good to be good at it.
There we go.
Using vocab. I like
you know it.
I like this. So, we are going to be playing We From Texas, of course, right?
We're going to be playing We From Texas, Cause I'm Fly, Camera Phone. We're trying to get into Camera Phone right now. Tell people how you came about Camera Phone and what it's about.
Man, to be honest with y'all, man, I was at my 9 to 5 one day a couple years back, and I was actually playing around, you know, and just kind of making up something, and then the guys in the break room was like, you know, it's kind of catchy.
Yeah.
It's kind of catchy, so I just put a pen to a pad, and that was that.
So, let's talk about Little Drastic. Let's talk about Baby Drastic. When you were little, were you like how you are now, or? Well,
you know, through a series of events, you know, it kind of makes you what you are, depending on how you handle it. So I can't say that I was the same person now as, you know, back then, but I was real close. I was real close.
Yeah.
It's almost kind of like a David Banner, Incredible Hulk type thing. You know, you know, I can still be the same little dude that everybody used to know, but then, you know, just like anybody, it's the good side and the bad side to anybody.
Yeah.
So,
well, can I just have something quick? As a Little Drastic, I like this name we gave him. Would you see yourself where you are right now? Like, is that
Little Drastic?
Yeah, like when you were little, is this what you wanted to do?
She put me on Front Street. Quiet as kept, man. I honestly wanted to be a scientist. I honestly wanted to be a scientist. Yeah, either a basketball player or a scientist.
Or a scientist.
I just love listening to music.
Oh.
Yeah. I was good at basketball.
Were you good at science?
Not at all.
Then why did you want to be a scientist?
I was smart enough to, change my profession. But I wanted to be, I really wanted to be a chemist. I just like mixing chemicals and they change colors.
Now you mix the beats.
Right. I'm still a chemist, y'all. I'm still a chemist.
The chemist, Drastic the chemist. Alright, I like it.
So when you were telling us earlier before you came on the show that you were only child till you were 18, right?
Right.
And so, what would you do with your free time? I know, like with me, like if I get bored, I have my brother and stuff. What would you do when you were younger?
Well, I had my brothers. We just weren't related.
Yeah.
Right. We were close enough to call each other brothers. So, like I said, I was always on somebody's basketball court.
Yeah.
We wasn't in the basketball court. We were on the street playing football. So I had brothers, just not relatives like that. And my whole family's from Tampa Bay, Florida, anyway. So I would travel back and forth from Dallas to Tampa. Like that's my second home. So
that's what's up. All right. Well, that track you were telling us about, I'm from Texas.
Right.
Tell me about that one. How'd you come about it and stuff? So.
Okay, man. When I first came out with my first 2 mixtapes, I was actually that's when I got into the traveling and whatnot, the shows and out of town, out of state shows, and they always knew I wasn't from around that way, but I had a certain, not being cocky, I just had a certain kind of swag to myself.
Yeah.
But everywhere you go, they always ask where you from. So I let it be known. And when you tell them you from Texas, they think of cowboys and horses.
Yes.
And, the whole line. But
I wanted to move.
Yeah. So like I went to I went to Italy and I met these girls from Canada. And they were like, "Oh, where are you from? I like your accent." I was like, "I'm from Texas." And they're like, "Oh, do you guys ride horses to school?"
Right.
And I was like, "You're from Canada. Do you ride sleighs to school?"
Exactly. And my own family members would ask me that. We just a couple of states over.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah, like when people think about Texas and stuff, like I have friends in in Florida, like I know one of my friends, and then one of my friends is in Nashville right now, and Nashville's they wear more boots and cowboy stuff than we do.
Exactly.
And he lives over there right now, and he was like, "So you're from Texas?" He was like, "Is it snowing right now?" And I was like, "No, it's not snowing." I was like, "It's like 70 degrees outside." And then he was like, "Oh, so do you guys like go on the farm and stuff?" I was like,
that aggravates me, which is the reason for the song.
Yeah.
That aggravates me. It gets under my skin.
I'm gonna confess. Alright, cause I'm not from here. Y'all know me, city girl, East Coast. I was told we were gonna move to Texas, and my first thing was like, we gonna live on the farm. Nah, y'all need to. Those of you not from here need to open your eyes. This is a city in itself.
So let me interview you. Do you like it?
I'm starting to.
Well, how long you been here?
All together, because I go back and forth about a year and a half or so.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? I'm gonna give you this much. I thought it was like I would hate it, like, oh my God, but no.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that.
You know what? I know I'm gonna be mocked for this. I like Texas. I really like Texas.
Texas is where it's at, y'all.
No.
I'm from here, and I like it here. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like it here, but I like it here. Like it's cool because this is what I know.
Right.
But like once I started traveling, like I started seeing Texas, we ain't got nothing to do.
Exactly. Texas is more of a comfort state. This is a place to live, but if you're trying to do big and better things, no offense to my own state because I love it. But if you're trying to do big and better things, you have to go where big and better things are. But as far as just being comfortable and always feeling like you at home, man, this is where it's at all day, every day.
And a big shout out to every fast food joint on every single corner, every single second you turn.
We will feed you in the South.
You are never hungry in Texas,
y'all. We will feed you.
Never hungry in Texas.
What would you do for fun? I know you would do music and stuff, but and basketball, hang out with your boys. But is there something that you would do and you would like? Yeah, I made this up, and now everybody does it.
Everything.
Everything.
I tried to write my own dictionary in high school. It was only a couple of pages with a handful of words on it. That was my words.
Oh.
So, what words did you come here?
I can't remember not one of them to save my life.
We can never ever make that dictionary make money.
Not at all. Not at all. But I'm always making up words, so it's nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah. So what's something about Drastic that people don't know? Like you keep that on the down low, but it's something that you do on the regular.
It's kind of hard to say because, like I said, man, if you listen to the CD, I'm pretty much, an open book. When people hold conversations with me, a lot of times they surprise in my conversation. If you just go by my physical appearance.
Oh yeah.
Right.
They think you all good and
right. No kind of education or none of that. But I pretty much surprise them 99% of the time. So.
Well, that's good, man. That's good. So whenever you got into the music game, do you remember the people that were big at that time that you looked up to? Like not legends, not like Biggie or Pop or anything, but the people at that time that you looked up to. Was there anybody, or was it you just spitballing me?
Well, I mean, I got in as far as rapping goes. Like I said, I grew up around just music and instruments and all that. But as far as rapping goes, man, I living in my grandmother's house for a little while. I pretty much watched my cousins rapping in the living room. And that was that. Me, being the younger cousin, want to hang with bigger cousins. Yeah. I was gonna do what bigger cousins was doing at the time. Yeah. So I stayed with it and growed and growed.
Yes, I'm not the only one tonight. I'm not the only one tonight.
And it grows.
I'm gonna tell you, every Wednesday night I say something. Our first one was when I said gallons of crack. Like I say something.
She said gallons. Drastic.
I'm taking her place tonight, y'all. I'm taking her place. I rode.
I say little better. What do I say? Everything. I say everything.
One show she was talking about Facebook and she said Facebook is newer than MySpace.
That makes a lot of sense.
But now tonight we can share the dumb side.
Yeah, I'm taking her place tonight, y'all.
You don't say bro. Oh my God. All right, man.
So we gotta put this on our website. Memories.
So whenever you wake up in the morning, is there any like habits or rituals that you do to be you, like when you walk out of the house?
Not at all, man. I feel like if you have to do something extraordinary or just anything out of yourself to be you, then you apparently not being yourself, man. Yeah. That's like people saying they acting real. If you acting real, you ain't being real if you acting about it.
Yeah. I like that.
I just get up and do me.
Yeah. So you gonna take that one too?
Yeah, she like to steal, y'all. She like to steal phrases.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna steal that one too and try to sue me. Shoot.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So right now when we were on the break, we were talking about the people that you listen to now, and you were saying that you like vocal artists and stuff, and we're gonna have Mr. Jen on next week.
Yeah. That's my big brother, man.
Yes. So tell me a little bit about how you guys met, how you guys' relationship is, rap game, and everything.
Right. Well, I actually my very first time meeting him was at the club. My sister used to rap. Shout out to Lady Hitler. But she used to rap, and I was going to do just support her for her show. And he actually had a show the same night, and he had already listened to the CD. I heard him a long time ago. And, just like they say, real recognize real. And, we dapped each other up and,
that was
like brothers ever since.
So, whenever, do you guys rap together? Do you guys do anything?
Yeah, we do everything together, man. Everything together. If he mad, I'm mad.
Yeah.
If he got a problem with somebody, if I get to him first, they got to fight me.
Yeah.
That's what's up, brother.
Yeah.
And I also want to ask, you said you used to hear your older cousins.
Right.
Did they continue? Do they pursue in music or?
Well, they're still in the music industry, but they don't really do the songwriting and the recording anymore. They're pretty much behind the scenes business type.
Oh, that's what's up.
Right.
Now they seeing you all grown up, they're like, oh, so
yeah, and they won't let me grow up really. So they kind of stuck, is a little drastic, like y'all said. Right.
I'm a little bit yeah.
Right.
So tell me about this song, "Cause I'm Fly."
Man, title speaks for itself, really, man. It's just people always ask me, why am I this way and why am I so difficult? And a lot of people, you tell them you gonna be who you gonna be, either or, and for some reason they hard headed and they want to change you anyway, and then they ask why. That's why. Point blank period, man. That's it.
I got you.
Putting my drink in the air, 'cause I'm fly, I'm fly, fresh to death, and they know me. Gotta be the youngest, still rep for the OGs, wrecking on the whole street. In that black Impala or that Cadillac, swinging like an alcoholic.